Okay, welcome to part 2 of how to fill out the Community Impact Grant Program submission for the City of Ballarat program. This is the first page that you will encounter once you've logged in and gotten your round number. So this is specific to your application, so that's your application number. It's a good idea to write that down. Okay, so we're going to go through the eligibility checklist and see if we are actually eligible in this fictional submission we're putting in at the moment. See if we're eligible to actually get some funding from the City of Ballarat through the Community Impact Grant. So we have read the grant guidelines, which I recommend that you do just in case. We have, yes, so press yes there. We are satisfied that our organisation is eligible for a grant. So that's good, otherwise it'll tell you to go home. Now, I'm going to say that the organisation that I'm applying for a grant through is a not-for-profit, so it could be an incorporated organisation like a senior citizens organisation, for instance, or a community group of some kind that are incorporated. And does your organisation operate within the municipality of Ballarat, or are you able to demonstrate that the program will benefit residents in the municipality? Yes. Has your organisation previously received grant funding from the City of Ballarat? I'm going to say no in this instance. And if we had, we need to have already acquitted for any monies that we've been granted from the City of Ballarat. So if you have, you would press yes. But it says it's not applicable because we don't. And we're going to go to the next page. And we'll type in our contact details. So I'm going to put in the Goat House, or actually it's just Goat House. And I'm going to put in the address. Where do I live? And the postal address would be the same. This is fiction, by the way. And we'll put in a website if we have one. And I'm going to call myself Doctor today, Dr. Rosie. And I'm going to be the head goat wrangler. But if you were filling this out, you're most likely going to be the secretary or treasurer of the organisation. So instead of being silly, we might just put treasurer, if we could spell it. And the phone number, we'll just put 03 or something close to that. And now my screen's frozen a little bit, so, and we'd put in a mobile number. Is your organisation incorporated? I'm going to say yes for the purposes of this, and we'd put in the incorporation number that you get through Consumer Affairs Victoria. So we'll just make something up there. And we'll say no to that one. But basically, if you have an ABN, you put your ABN in there. If you have an incorporated number, you put that in there. If you're, we'll get to this a little bit later, but if you're not an incorporated organisation, you're going to, or have an ABN, you're going to need an auspice organisation. So they'll be taking the money on your behalf and giving it to you to do whatever it is that you're going to do. So if I didn't have an ABN and I didn't have an incorporated number, I would complete a statement of supplier form here, which you can actually just get it, download the form from here, and then you fill it out, scan it or take a photograph of it, and then upload it here. So you just find the form itself there, you would open it and it would upload. But we're not going to do that because we don't need to. Does your organisation have its own bank account? We're going to say yes to this one, and we need to upload the organisation